South African Health Products Regulatory Authority, that's SAHPRA, has officially confirmed the registration of Lenacapavir, a major new antiviral medication. This drug is approved specifically for the use of pre-exposure prophylaxis, or PrEP, to prevent HIV-1 infection. This registration marks a pivotal moment for our national prevention efforts, following up on our discussion yesterday with Mia Milan. We now turn to the authority directly. Joining us this morning, SAHPRA CEO, Dr. Boitumelo, Semete-Makokotlela, who joins us live. Doctor, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it. And I think it's so significant to be talking about this. Yesterday, we spoke just in earnest about how it's happened, etc., how this works. But the efficacy here is one that some people may be questioning. Perhaps we can start there, if you will. One jab every 6 months, but this doesn't mean it has to happen for life. It is just in a time where you feel like you may be exposed. Is that correct?
Good morning, Arabile, and thank you for having SAHPRA on the show. That is absolutely correct. So you take the Lenacapavir, the initiation dose is an injection, and you're given, on the day that you get the injection, you're given 2 tablets and another 2 tablets that you take the second day. And you then can take the injection 6 months later. And indeed, it is for the time where you feel that you are at high risk. And if individuals wants to continue beyond the 12 months, indeed. But if you do miss the injection at the 12-month period, you must then restart the initiation dose.
Yeah. What kind of efforts can you give the public, though, in terms of making them understand that there was an effective way of having tested and done all of this? Because all of this has happened and been registered particularly at quite record speed. And now we've gotten this happening, and it'll start being available, I think, as of early next year as well. So for this to have happened so quickly, can you reassure people that indeed the correct testing, the correct amount of understanding of all of this has been put forward? Doctor, I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Yes, thank you. So Lenacapavir is not a new drug. This is a drug. Yes, I can hear you.
Apologies. Yeah, please continue.
I hope this is clear. All right. So Lenacapavir is not a new drug. This is a drug that's been used in markets like the USA for testing individuals that are resistant to some of the current HIV drugs. So we already have a lot of data on Lenacapavir for treatment of drug-resistant HIV. And as that work was ongoing and it's being used in the US, one of the markets, it was also then tested for pre-exposure prophylaxis. And South Africa participated in those clinical trials, and we were very satisfied as a regulator with the data that we received. I just want to give the country confidence that as a regulator, we will not authorize a drug wherein we are not confident of its safety and its efficacy as well as quality. So we are very much satisfied with the efficacy of this product for pre-exposure prophylaxis.
Yeah, what about side effects? What do those look like?
Yeah, so there are side effects. Because it's an injection, you will feel some injection site pain and redness. We have had reports of vomiting, of nausea, of headaches, and these reports are included in the patient leaflet. So this is what the individuals can expect. However, we also want to urge the public to report to us if they experience any other side effects on our MAT safety app, because we have to continuously monitor the safety of this drug. So please, the public needs to report to us.
Let's talk distribution very quickly. What is that looking like with regards to how you're going to distribute it in the country? I believe, it will be paid for by the Global Fund with regards to this, and only 450,000 will be made available up until 2027. Am I correct?
So SAHPRA is not particularly involved in the distribution, but in our discussions with the Department of Health, that's indeed the case. So the first set of doses will be supplied through the support from the Global Fund. And the intention is that as the price becomes available, the government will procure the product, and also the private sector should be able to access this product over time. So what Global Fund is making available is for the initial phase of the rollout. And the intention is that it will target high-risk categories of individuals.
Yeah. Is there a conversation already around generics in this regard? Because that would mean that it becomes cheaper, because I believe at present it has a price tag of around $40 per person per year. So is the conversation around generics happening, and when does that anticipate to hit the market?
No, that conversation has already taken place. So Gilead has offered has offered voluntary licenses, I think, to about a handful of generic manufacturers. However, there is none from South Africa. I am also aware that the South African government, in the form of the Department of Science and Innovation, as well as the Department of Health, are talking to Gilead and some of the local manufacturers to see if there's opportunities for this drug to be manufactured locally. And it would make sense, right? We do sit with one of the highest HIV burdens. So I don't think we are left out. There are discussions, and hopefully that gets firmed up in future.
Yeah, an important one here with regards to HIV prevention. And I must emphasize the word prevention again. It is not a cure for HIV, but prevents it, especially in a time when you feel like you may be most at risk. Dr. Boitumelo, Semete-Makokotlela, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate you joining us. The CEO of the South African Health Products Regulatory Authority, that's SAHPRA.